Hello everyone, just got this big box of bad locos. So I thought it would be fun to just open these up together. Yeah, years ago I got a box like that, and it said bad locos on it, which I thought was hilarious. But that's exactly what these are. There, perfect. Yeah, so let's just open these up. The person that put these together sure put a lot of bubble wrap on there. I'm just gonna speed this up so it doesn't get too boring. So what do we get here? Obviously it's a Rapido 462. Let's just see what shape is it in. I don't have very high expectations from this, but seems pretty messed up, but maybe I can do something with that. Oh yeah, look on that side. I'm missing maybe the accenter crank. I'm being very careful with it at this point. I've never had the Rapido 462 before. I'm really happy to get this. The accenter crank is there, but it's broken, so it's not going to be an easy fix. Other than that, it seems all the parts are there. This is a nice piece though. It is worth working on it. What I want you to do though, at the end of the video, just put down in the comments which locomotive should I work on first. And then that would be next week's video. So this one, I think I can fix it, maybe. Then let's see what else we have. That looks like a Cado GS4. Now that sure is a nice locomotive. Definitely worth fixing. It just was a little bit mistreated, I find. But other than the roof being out of place, I'm missing the smoke box cover here. Another locomotive that's worth fixing. That one looks to me like you can still get parts from it from Cado directly. Let me just get it out of the box. It does have a little bit of issues. One of the tires went out. I have the parts for that. So, but everything else looks to be in place. There's a lot of detail parts on this. You'd have to go over all the stuff one at a time. There's a lot to these. So I'm missing the smoke box cover. This little part fell out. Have to take a longer look at it just to see what it is. But definitely good to have that. And then the roof that'll just go back on. Easy peasy. I think it just goes like that. I tested it real quick and it is not running, so it's still really nice engine. Still worth getting parts from Cado. So put down in the comments below which locomotive I should do next. Will be interesting to see the results. So how much did I pay for this? I paid 149 US, and I got 10 engines, and all these engines, let's say there's 2 I cannot get going. It's still very reasonable per engine what I paid. And then invariably when you get a big lot of engines like that, some of them will be awesome and some of them will not be so great. Like this, I think this is a dummy engine. So that, a broken dummy engine. Wow, that is really not that great. But Actually, I don't think I've had any of these before. These are the F3. Let's see what the maker is on that. Yeah, these were made by Rapido for Concord, and I think they probably would have ran really well. Well, this being the dummy B unit, I won't be able to do too much with it, but it's still interesting for me to have this, just because I've always been curious on how good these are. Wow, maybe not that good, but this allows me just to have a little bit more knowledge about them. So it's just been stored improperly for a long while. Anyways, this one, we'll write this one off. Then let's go to the next one. That's an Atlas engine. Oh, SD35 LNM. That is pretty cool. Even has a board in there. Look at that. This is the DC board, which is fine. This is what I expected to get, inexpensive DC engines. Oh, this is so beautiful. Definitely worth fixing. And it's got the horn, all the handrails. These have a tendency to fall out. All the handrails, look at that. This is really cool. And it's not even that dirty. Let's just pop the shell here just to see what we're looking at. I do like the randomness of this. Oh my god, look at that. It's a DCC board. It may be good, it may be bad. We'll know in a subsequent episode there. But this pin was out just a little bit. I don't think they would have stopped the engine from running. That is really neat. That is a really cool engine. Although I tend to have mine running with DCC and sound, but just plain DCC is alright. This is an excellent engine. Looks really cool. So I won't be able to test it. I've got my DC power pack handy. Won't be able to test it just now, but that's definitely a good purchase. Really like this engine. What else we got? Oh, Santa Fe. Santa Fe -840B. That's another really cool engine. Looks to be mint. Lots of good details on it. I am missing the sunshade. It's a custom number, which is okay. Let's see if there's sunshades anywhere in here. You never know. Oh yeah, look at that. I got the sunshades. Woohoo! Mint. You know, I'm not sure I'm even gonna put them on just like the other guy, because you know, sometimes it's okay, because this engine's gonna spend most of its time in the box anyways. So it's okay to not put the sunshades on, because there's not really much room in the box for that. I'm gonna make sure to put them back exactly as they were, as to not to damage them. It's worth taking an extra minute for that. Let's see what we got here. It's got the horn right where it should be. Everything looks clean and neat. It's got all the handrails, all the couplers. This is a really good engine. Tested it quick on DC and it didn't run at all. So that's a little bit of a mystery to me, because everything looks good in here. It seems one of the phases of the motor is burnt out. So this thing needs a new motor. It's kind of sad, but I think it's worth ordering one. I don't know how that could get burnt out. I suppose maybe it got really, really hot. Anyways, that I think this one's worth fixing as well. And I have another group of 3 here. So this F3B might not be super exciting, but I kind of like those. And especially the B units, I'll buy them and I'll keep them around just for parts, because you never know. Again, just like the other one, everything looks to be mint. This one, it's a very simple engine, but it's got both its couplers, so I appreciate that. Testing it on DC here, and it runs perfectly. So that's definitely cool. Complete with its box. I certainly appreciate that. This is another nice engine. CSX B30-7. Let's take a look at that. I'm expecting all these engines to have issues and problems. But this one's got a big something, maybe it's dirty. Maybe I can remove that with some water and some soap. We'll see. It's got its horn, the 2 couplers, just like the other ones. Pretty clean looking. It's got all its handrails. That looks really neat. I wonder what this stuff is though. Do you guys think that was an attempt at weathering it? Oh, I don't know if you can see, but there's some corrosion under here. So probably this thing was flooded, got in a storm surge. That is really bad. Maybe I can save this. I've done it in the past, so you never know. I'm gonna remove the shell and take a look, see how bad everything looks. Yeah, definitely flooded. That does not look good. Like I said before, I am expecting to have a couple of locomotives that would be written off. So that, I think that's going to be written off. This is not going to be very good. So I am going to keep it for the shell. I'm going to clean this, everything here, I'm going to clean it as best as I can, because you never know. I've decided to keep taking it apart and to clean it as best as I can. I think I might order a motor for this. This is a nice engine, it's worth fixing. I took a minute and I re-lubricated it, and it's gonna run. These things are tough. Could you imagine that? A flooded locomotive like that coming back to life? I've got the rest of the engine to clean, but that could be a subsequent episode. I mean, if you want to see this, just vote for this and I'll fix it next time. And there's one more in there. Atlas GP7. This is from an old run. These use the exact same chassis as, oh, it's got a microtrains conversion on it. That's pretty neat. Microtrains conversion, same as what I do. I stick them on there. Just the camera refocus. I stick them on there with crazy glue. So I've done that before. That is okay. Anyways, it goes right there, so that's an easy fix. And then so the handrail's slightly broken here. It's not the best, but it will do. And so these use the same drive system as an RS3, the old school RS3, but these are usually really good runners. So these were all listed as non-runners, so I can't complain too much. But look at what it's doing. It's like the motor is pulsating. I have never had a locomotive do something like that before. So that I am really curious to know what does that. So if you want to see what does that, you can vote for this engine and I'll do it next. That is so strange. We only got these two left to go over. These are obviously old MRC. Look at that. The Y6b. Oh, that is so cool. I hope I can get this to run. Oh, it's missing one of the trucks for the rear. It might still run nevertheless. Let me just open this up and take a look. In good shape anyways. You know, maybe I could use a tender from another engine and make this work. A little doghouse at the back. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm just gonna put some power to it and we'll see what happens. It's got everything. Everything's complete. Incredible. It runs. It just needs the back truck replaced. I'm gonna give it just a little more power. But that's all it needs. Just the back truck replaced. Look at that. That is so sweet. I always wanted to try them out, see how good they were. But this is quite good. Now I've got to buy a whole bunch of hoppers for Norfolk and Western. I need at least 100. Let's check out what that last one is. Sweet, another Y6b. Leathered for Santa Fe this time. I'm pretty sure Santa Fe did have some 2882. Well, it seems to have the same type of problem with the back truck. So let's just take it out of the box and see. This Santa Fe one really doesn't run. It must have gotten really hot. The contact strip there on the back truck, it melted through the copper box. You can see that. So that can't be good. So if that got hot, I wonder if the rest of the motor did get hot. The Santa Fe one also will be salvageable, but it's gonna need a lot of tweaking. I still think it's worth doing. So make sure and vote for which engine you want to see fixed first. So I'll get started on that next week. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.